Hello everyone and welcome to QuickShot. Powered by Battlefly. We have more games coming on. We have lots of stuff coming at you. We have ourselves a solo cast this game just because real life takes first priority over everything. We are going into round 4 of the series. It is currently 2-1 in favor of Dill Dozers in a best of 5, which means first to 3. It gets to take home the prize. We are going for it, and we're going to take a look at what exactly is going on. We have ourselves Kikiri on Monster after an epic game last game, which came down to a unique mechanic, which is actually the first time I've seen that come down to that such a tight point. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. You don't know which win it was, so I'm not going to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. You need to watch the entire playlist. Make sure to check it out in full on the YouTube stuff. If you're watching live, then you probably saw it and you've probably been involved in chat, but I'm not going to make that assumption. In the meantime, guys, we're looking at it right now, and we do see that it was epic. 3, 2, 1. Spoiler coming in. Alright, so we got ourselves Kikiri coming down to a unique timer situation where Dylan Fry was actually trying to suicide by Mammoth Bird in order to make sure that he was on the dropship timer to keep himself, you know, from being able to kept alive. But Kikiri chased him down and didn't initiate the dropship timer, which wasted a good chunk of time, making it so he didn't have enough time to keep it. Oh no, Kikiri's caught with 0 food towards his evolve meter, caught stage 1. We'll have to see what happens as DDs did a perfect cut towards them. We're in an early dome. It's a stage 1 dome already at 1 minute 28 seconds as Kikiri was unable to get his food. And we are going to have to see what happens. We're going to be looking at ourselves. We got Dylan Fry coming in, melting faces with the flamethrower. We have Sky on the other side doing some laser cutter damage as Kikiri is trying to mitigate in a dome. Worst case scenario for the start. I thought Aurora got it bad his first game, but no, Kikiri looks like he's going to be having a rough time this time as Kikiri's trying to see what he can get and going forward. We'll have to see what happens as Dylan Fry's going in with the flamethrower, just melting faces. As he drops down into the acid, Kikiri's just taking a little bit of damage, but unfortunately he's not able to protect himself from the poison darts of Glitchful. The headshots, Puggums is going in with dealing with that SMG damage. And we see more of the harpoons coming in, poison dart being put in so they can get the green outline. Sky's on the high ground, getting that laser cutter. Puggums is getting low. Kikiri is choosing to mitigate and try and protect himself. Puggums is actually putting him right on a leash though as he tries to escape. He's lost 2.5 bars. First dome has come in, which means we can look at all the perks and whatnot. We have a 1 leap, 1 flame, 1 charge. Probably going to go into a 3 leap, 2 flame, 1 charge for stage 2, and so on for stage 3, just like we've seen previously with Kikiri. We have movement speed on Kikiri and Puggums, which is definitely the battle of positioning between Monster and Trapper. And then we have jetpack recharge on Dylan Fry and capacity on both Glitchful and Sky. Same perks as we saw previously, so we'll have to see what's going on and with this thing. We'll have to see what happens. We're looking at a half armor meter going up, and we see movement speed is happening. We see poison darts coming in, toxic grenade being tossed. Everything's being put on him, but Puggums, though, however, is sitting in the middle of the map, ready to throw this dome as it's just about off cooldown, ready to happen. But he can't throw it yet. So he's just going to keep putting sound spikes so he can see what's going on as Kikiri just keeps removing those sound spikes. Kikiri's going to be going north, though, trying to see if he can fill up that evolve meter and armor meter, because the first dome was 0 evolve meter, something we don't see often. Most time we see monsters getting their armor meter, if not full by the time the first engagement, let alone empty. It's just a rough start to happen. Although, better than Rudolph the Armadon coming in and slapping you around, which Aurora Symphony felt that pain earlier in this series. So we'll have to see what he does to compensate for this start, as we see his positioning is on point, making sure Puggums is not able to throw the dome, keeping him. They are actually going to do a cloak dome at this point, making sure Kikiri can't smell and mitigate, which means Kikiri is going to be left to do a stealth play, as Dylan Fry is going to call in the spot, which means Puggums is on the ground, which means that cloak play is not going to be effective as he comes back in. 30 meters comes in because he didn't smell the Trapper, which means it actually did work, as Glitchful actually had to burn his heal burst already, his personal heal burst, bringing him up to full. Keeping him alive just long enough for Sky to come in with that shield. And here we go. Glitchful's on the outside. We're going to see what kind of damage they can pump in on him. They are already almost through all the armor of Kikiri, breaking through. Here comes the more orbital barrage, dropping in right with the face shot. You're going to see what happens. Sky's doing a great deal of damage right now, coming up with the headshots. Flames are being in. Harpoon slowing it down from Puggums. Glitchful's going to be dealing lots of damage with that poison dart, locking him in, slowing him down. Well, it doesn't slow him. It just deals lots of damage. He's got poison. He can't breathe. He's getting burned from the inside, outside, and all his organs are burning. That is the worst way to die. As down goes Kikiri, getting melted by all the dots, and he just gets burned from the inside and out. Dill Dozers taking it into a win, making it a 3-1 victory in favor over Bucket Boys by some great play by both the Hunters and Monsters on both sides. So it does lock in the series at a 3-1 final score. We'll have to see what goes on for the next match as we have more games coming at you in a minute. with Dill Dozers and continuing. Dill Dozers will continue on to the finals, which we're going to have at you in a minute. And then Bucket Boys will be continuing to the third place match. We'll have to see what happens. But in the meantime, guys, this is where we do that quick fade in, fade out for the sake of editing. You guys have yourself a blast. Happy to have you on board. And stay tuned as we have more games coming at you in just a minute. Have a great time. And we'll be back in just a sec.